undeniably the sound of the chord nicknamed the Jimi Hendrix chord, the E dominant 7th augmented 9th. Does that sound just not get under your skin? Jimi used that chord in songs like Voodoo Child, Purple Haze. I remember I was about 10 years old when I heard Purple Haze. That sound. I only found out how to play that chord, embarrassingly, 40 years after I first learned to play guitar. I had played guitar cumulatively by the age of 54, effectively for 8 or 9 years, but I never knew how to play that chord because I never played Jimi Hendrix in the bands I was in, believe it or not, even though I was born in 59. When I found out about it, I had to document it because I had great difficulty remembering the shape because it wasn't something I was used to, even though I've played at times for over 1,000 people, but I never used this chord. I had to always go back to my lines and dots on a piece of paper to figure out what, and then eventually I continued my research on YouTube. I found out the name, the E dominant 7th augmented 9. Now, that was a mouthful for you. It was a mouthful for me. I had to actually go look up the name because I tend to look at it as a E dominant 7th with a minor 3rd. Now, what the hell am I talking about? Augmented 9ths, minor 3rds, dominant 7ths. All comes from a system which makes it simple for you to understand. It's known as the National Numbering System. It was developed in the late 1950s in none other than Nashville. When I was a kid, my mother was a pianist till the day she died. Remember those 2 black notes that sat together like that? Well, let me tell you, all the white keys on a piano are the C major scale. Yep. And the white note just to the left of those 2 black keys is the C note. On a guitar, you need to know how to play a C major scale if you don't. Now let's just go through it because we're going to now show you how the national numbering system works. Once again, if you haven't viewed my other videos on this topic. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That was in 1 octave. Remember I said on a piano there are 7 octaves? Well, consider this. In a guitar, you can go through 2 octaves and start touching on the 3rd octave out of 1 position. Watch this. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. D, E, F, G, A, B, C. D, E. I'm starting to go into the 3rd octave already. Pythagoras, you can thank for dividing an octave, which is the first 12 frets of a guitar. He divided, that represents 1 octave, as you might, you got E. Okay, I'm going to start at C. You assign numbers to them. 1, C becomes 1. Flat 2, 2. 3, 4, flat 5, 5, flat 6, 6. I said 5, 6, flat 6, flat 7, 7, 8. Okay? You can then go to the next octave. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 minus 7 is 8. So there's a C and there's a C, and 1 and 8 minus 1 is 7. 1, 8, and 15 are all C notes. Okay, does that make sense? Imagine playing out of A flat major. You know that shape by now. A flat, B flat, C, C sharp, E flat, F, G, A flat. Now you're going to B flat, C, D, E flat, F. It's a mouthful to remember, right? So that's why we use numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you know why the national numbering system was developed. Now, They're all with reference to the note of the key that you're playing in. So I'm playing out of E here, 7th fret A string. That interval there is a major third interval. Importantly, same fret, skip a string, is the dominant 7th interval. I have E dominant 7th there. It's like same shape. Those two and the one in the middle. It's the same shape as D7 that you probably play at the 2nd fret in the cowboy. You know, when you learn your cowboy chords, you probably know a D7 chord. Well, it can be played there as well on the 5th fret. We're playing in the key of E, so there's our E7. And there I'm adding. Remember we counted it? It's a G note, but we counted it as a minor third, didn't we? Or a flat 10, or a sharp 9. When augmented, it's known as augmented second. It's the note above the second. I hope this is not confusing you. Augmented. So an augmented 2 is a flat third. Let's just examine that. We're going to play out of E major. E, F sharp, A flat. You can see why I use numbers, eh? Right, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excuse me, 8, flat 9, augmented, that's 9, augmented 9. Mouthful. A minor third is an augmented second. That's where the chord got its name. Right. You can play C major scale like that because it's in your muscle memory by now. Or you can play it 3 notes per string. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. D, E, F, G, A, B, G, A, B, C. Okay, I repeated the G note there because, you know, I'm going to head into 3 notes per string territory if I sit here any longer. Because you know how I love that, because it just opens up your universe to do magnificent things. And I know you guys enjoy that sort of stuff, especially when your distortion's turned up to the level you love it. I certainly hope that helped you. And I'll look forward to seeing all your Jimi Hendrix covers. I did Red House earlier today, and I hope you enjoy it. It doesn't contain the magical E dominant 7th augmented 9th chord, but it was a lot of fun regardless. I was using a G7 and F sharp 7. That's G. That's actually C based. Remember? That's my imaginary nut. You can go figure. That's a G chord because my root's on the B string. When you're playing C, that's your chord there. And your imaginary nut's there, you see? Sitting in an awkward position here, but I think you got that. John Frusciante of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Plays his D chord like that, which is 2 frets higher than the C chord. You can go work it out with your intervals, or you can just work with the imaginary nut and take the same shape. When you use the same shapes, it's referred to as a cage system. That's a D power chord, or a D chord, a D major, because I'm playing it in the A shape, cage, C, A. The one that's not so popular is the G shape, because if you take that down, take that finger to the 3rd fret and put it on a G note, then you've got a G major in the position. You know your cowboy chords. All I'm doing, I'm putting an imaginary nut over my G, which is now become it's become a B chord. But not too many guitarists play it like that. But you know, times are changing. Maybe you will decide to play it like that. Just because while we're talking about things. So we've covered D, C. While we're at it, you know your bar chords, because that's effectively an E chord, cowboy chord, but you're just putting your imaginary nut in place, because down at E, see that nut, or there's an imaginary nut just below the actual nut, and that's what I'm putting there. That's the nut, that fret, but there I'm putting that caper, if you care. And so E, C, A, G, E, and D, we've covered. That's the cage system, you know. So that's an A chord, because my root's on the B, remember, on the B string. So consider this as an A major arpeggio. This resolving to an A note there. That's where those sort of movements come from. And then a minor, A minor, from there's your C sharp, which is your major 3rd interval, you know, A, B, C sharp. You see where the interval's coming now? So look at this, A, C, E. There's my E, A, C, E, 1st inversion, 3rd inversion, because I'm starting with E. My C again, my minor 3rd. Simple, eh? Hopefully you can use this in your soloing. But I've gone on for a while now, and it's things you can use, because I didn't know this stuff, as I said, even though I played in many garage bands and some performing bands. But you can use this material to expand your mind, because I feel that whatever's in your mind is going to come out in your hands. These are just the levers. I've been telling you that in previous videos. You need to give your mind information. Don't listen to people who tell you don't need theory. This theory may be presented in a very ad hoc fashion. But as I said, there is no beginning and no end to music. It's all swirling around. It's much like the universe. And it's probably why we love music so much, in that the planets are all oscillating around each other. And I do believe that outside the capability of the human ear, there are frequencies being generated by those, I think, Carl Sagan said, the universe is a very noisy place. It's just that we just can't hear those frequencies. But I think this is our attraction and addiction to music. And I've never been happier since I've got back into playing guitar and music. I'm starting to dabble on the bass guitar now, just for fun now. And but the reason why I've never played bass guitar before last year, and even then I'd ever played the thing for 5 hours in a whole year. But you can transpose this information onto a 4-string bass guitar. You know, with a bass guitar, when I picked it up, the first time, I was like, what the? Because in my mind, the bottom string on a 4-string bass guitar, which in standard tuning is a G string, right? But in my mind, I was seeing it as an E string by force of habit. After playing guitar since the age of 14, at the age of, the age of 63, you put a bass guitar in my hands. Can you imagine the conversion process? My brain had to go and say, what? Well, once I got it, it took me 10 or 20 minutes, but once I got it, and then I don't play that much bass, but as I dabble, I'm starting to get it. And I think your biggest stumbling block will be if you want to take bass up and you were always a guitarist. Condition your mind that that's a G string at the bottom and not an E string. Once you get over that, you'll fly. I do believe so. Yeah, I hope this has helped you guys. And I'll see some of your Jimi Hendrix covers pop up sooner than later, I suspect. I hope so. And have a great day. And I wish you well on your musical journey. Thanks for viewing. Cheers.